Hello, hello, hello. No loading screen. I'll explain why in a second. Just going in straight. Just automatic. Boom. We're live. It's been an eternity and a half since I've streamed last. I feel like it's only been actually like a week. It feels like it's been forever. Forever and a day. So hello, welcome. Don't worry, we'll kind of just jabberjaw and hang around, waiting for people to trickle on in. I'll need people to start chit-chatting in chat, so I can make sure I've got chat lined up properly. It might also be kind of stretched. Again, I'll explain that in a second. Hello, welcome. Oh, chat's tiny. Okay, let's make you guys a little bit bigger. There. Now that it's humongous, that probably won't be a problem. Hello, welcome. Did you have a good holiday? I hope you did. Wouldn't that be weird if I was like, I hope you didn't? If I was just like, did you have like a good Christmas? Personally, I hope you didn't get anything you wanted. Mine were good. Kind of a watch because you go, oh no! Oh, that blows. Oh no! Chat's too big now. Shit. You guys are bleeding off the cake. Ah, shit. I know, right? I haven't been vanilla colored for a while. Alright, that looks okay. You'll just be kind of small. I'm sure I can fuck around with that at some point. Hello, welcome, welcome. Alright. Oh, got some art supplies. And the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Okay. Draken, is this the first time you've ever been in chat? Oh my gosh. You're always on Discord. Here, maybe I'll continue to fuck around with chat, but it might get, oops, it might get a little squishy at some points. That's not what I want. I want to do that. And then I want to do that. I'm gonna continue to fuck around with chat's size. Well, hot damn piss and poo. Well, that's fine. Anyway, let me tell you guys about my holiday, because I'm the most important. No, I'm joking. Your internet decided to have a panic attack right before oh no. Here, I will kind of squish you, but in this way. I'll stretch you. There you go. Now you're just a little stretchy. My Bayonetta glasses were your Christmas present? That's fun. Like, for, like, cosplay? Or are they glasses themed after Bayonetta, just for fun? Dog pissed on your bed a few days ago? Less exciting. I'm sorry for you. My holiday was nice, and the big reason why, it's also why, hello, welcome, there's so many of you guys here today, wowie. It's also why I have to kind of fiddly-dee around with chat a little bit, and why there was no loading screen. It's because Allison has gifted me a new computer. I've named him PC-kun, and he is big and bulky and beefy and strong. Hello, welcome. Nice emote. And this is exciting, because this means streams can be better now. Because you guys know that I've had that poopy bad computer. I should do a stream with, like, I should just stream Hylix 2 for just a little bit at some point, just so we can see how much better PC-kun is compared to Computer Chan. This is what I've decided to name them. This means we can throw stuff at you now? Yes. I'm gonna say yes. Feel free to throw the tomatoes. Also, let me know if I'm too loud. Hang on, my mic's I'm awfully loud. And let me know if the music's too quiet. Fun fact, flying in with this fact, it was 20 minutes before I was supposed to go live. And I was like, fuck, I don't have any of my BGM. Because it's a brand new computer, and I chose not to transfer all of my files over. You can't hear the music, but your mic sounds fine. Alright, I will turn up the music a little bit. But yeah, so I haven't transferred all my things over, and I've had to, like, had to do that for things. Like, I needed to move all of these art assets over to the new computer. And I forgot to move over my loading screen. So that's why there was no loading screen. And there probably won't be one tomorrow as well. So yeah, that's exciting. Immaculate naming conventions, for real. Got PC-kun, Computer-chan, Radiator-san, and then Vincent. My cat. We can make a new loading screen? We could. I like Hylix, but I could always make a new one, easily. Is Vincent stinky? He's very stinky. Actually, he's not. I call him stinky. I called him stonky earlier. But, he's actually the first pet I've had that isn't, like, overtly stinky. I think he does fart an awful lot, though. Smelly cat. So yeah, that's the big exciting news. I should theoretically be able to do that thing where I can make my little PNG self bob, like, wibble wabble around. You've seen other, like, VTubers and PNG tubers have that. I should be able to do that now, actually. I was gonna have it for this stream, but the settings confused me, and I was running out of time. But yeah, in the future, hopefully we should have that. Exciting stuff. So good. My dog farts sometimes, and it always gives me a heart attack, because it makes me think she's pooped somewhere. Vincent, fun fact. So, if I take too long in the bathroom, Vincent will stick his paws underneath the door. And, like, kind of fiddle around there. And lately I've been, like, touching his paws in return. Cause, like, you know, I'm done, and I'm washing my hands, and I'm just, like, letting him know, like, hey, I'm almost out of the bathroom, you know? Just let him know that I'm there. And he doesn't seem to actually understand that it's me on the other side of the door. So now he's just been sticking his paws underneath the bathroom door and crying. Music too loud? Gotcha. Sticking his paws underneath the door and crying whenever he wants attention. Like, he's like, where is bathroom friend gonna play with me? And it's like, Vincent, it's me. It's just me. I'm behind you. Can you enter VTuber arc with this new PC? I can, theoretically. So, very exciting. All good stuff. That's all good and all, but we want bloodshed. We want shitty family holiday stories. Even when the bathroom isn't occupied. Correct. There will be nothing in the bathroom, and he'll stick his paws under there and be like, somebody will touch me, and it's like, no. It's just me. Does he like his imaginary bathroom friend more than you? No, because the imaginary bathroom friend doesn't feed him. But it's really close. If I took, like, some of his snacks into the bathroom and, like, threw those at him, that while I was in there, bathroom friend would easily overtake me. It's because bathroom friend can't pick him up and wibble his arms around. Hello, welcome. An exciting thing about the new PC is that finally, what if someone does touch him when you're not in the bathroom? I'll never know. Then someone touches him, and I'll just assume it's a good ghost. I've had no hauntings in the bathroom. The bathroom has been, like, the only place where I'm like, I don't think there's a ghost in there. So if someone does touch him while I'm not in there, then that's okay, cause they're probably good. Oh yeah, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Holidays. Hooray, hooray. A very polite ghost then, for real. The kind of ghost that it's like, don't worry, I'll look away while you're, like, using the bathroom and stuff. Oh! Because I've got the PC, I I finally was able to play Tower of Fantasy. Oh my gosh. I think you guys might remember me talking about this back when it launched. It's like Genshin Impact, but kind of in a more sort of sci-fi setting, and you get to make your own character. And I really wanted to play it, I was looking so forward to it, but then I realized it was only available on PC and mobile, and my old computer could not handle it. I couldn't even lower the graphics while trying to get into the settings. Like, I downloaded it, and I was trying to get to the settings to lower the graphics, and it just crashed. So I could not play it on my computer at all, and it really sucked on mobile. It's clearly not intended for a mobile game. They just did that because Genshin did that. And I was so sad that I couldn't play Tower of Fantasy, and now I can! I liked Tower of Fantasy way more than Genshin, but man, I hate how the gacha is tied to power. Is it? Oh, well, I mean, yeah, that's fair. Did you already do a Genshin Impact tier list? I think you did. I did. That was like the first Husbando tier list I did, I remember. It's because I thought it would be fun to rank the characters that I don't know. So, yeah, I like Tower of Fantasy a lot too. Way better than Genshin. I think the biggest thing... Okay, first, let me pull out my king figure. There we go. He is the only reason I'm playing Tower of Fantasy. I want this character so fucking bad. I have not pulled him. All I want is king. And I'll just keep him on my desk. Scoot him over closer to Doug there. Oh, he's so fucking cool. That's Diluc. That was my first thought as well. He's like edgy Diluc though. So, I have Diluc, fun fact. Gacha games are scummy in general, but I love Honkai. The story and animation are so good. Yeah, I mean, MiHoYo, I don't know if that's still their name anymore, but they've got a pretty good grasp on how to make gachas like really stick into ya. So, yeah, Tower of Fantasy, the big thing that I like about it versus Genshin is the fact that you can just run. You can just run, and there's no stamina bar when running. Stamina is, like, there's a stamina bar if you're climbing something. Like, of course, you can scale mountains, because we're living in a post-Breath of the Wild world, where everybody wants to be Breath of the Wild. What have you missed? Not much. I've got a new PC, and I'm talking about Tower of Fantasy right now. My king figure that I've got. So you guys know my new husbando. But yeah, there's no stamina when you're running, and I fucking hate that in Genshin. Running around in Genshin Impact is a pain in the ass, because you have to keep stopping to stroll, because you only have, like, so much stamina, and like, combat feels stupid because of it too. And it's just way better. Movement and combat feels so much better in Tower of Fantasy versus Genshin Impact. So, that's huge. That's the biggest thing for me. Running stamina is the worst. All it does is slow you down. And for something like Genshin, where it's like, running around the world is kind of the point, then it's like, you know, like, Breath of the Wild has a lot of climbing. You're barely ever just running, and if you are, they'll give you a horse. But so Breath of the Wild survives on its stamina meter so well because combat is based around it, and the world is intended to be constantly climbed anyway. Meanwhile, Genshin is this big-ass, flat, stupid land, and you can't run efficiently in it. Like, they try to have action that feels like a Platinum game. I described it as being like Nier Automata, but with Breath of the Wild's stamina meter, it's so unsatisfying. It sucks. And that alone makes Tower of Fantasy way more worth my time than Genshin ever was. I feel like you would like Devil May Cry if you like characters like that. You know, so I know some about Devil May Cry, but here's the question: what version of Dante? Or are all the characters edgy? I've seen a lot of edgelords. Oh my gosh, I have seen. Oh my gosh, I just remembered. I watched somebody play the second one. The ending cutscene where, like, his girlfriend dies or whatever. Oh, it sucks. like, I wanted you to be my light! And he says it like that. And it's like, oh my gosh, this is real. I wanted to play Genshin, but keep saying I don't have enough storage. Oh no. Yeah, it's kind of a huge game. I suggest, honestly, just get Genshin on a PlayStation 4 if you have it. Like, it's available on some consoles, and I suggest do it that way. Oh man. Oh no, that's the first one. Is that one the first one? I see. It's a bold way to approach the first game. I should have been the one to fill your heart with life, that's it. Maybe, oh, you know what, okay, yeah, so you're right, I am thinking of the first one, because the second one was so bad, the guy I was watching didn't even finish it. He was like, this sucks, this is so bad. Yeah, I should play Devil May Cry at some point. Dante stops being edgy after 2. Really? He's more like a woohoo pizza man. What does that mean? That sounds like Travis Touchdown. I should play No More Heroes. Ooh, I should play the new No More Heroes. I don't have it, but I should. Because Travis Touchdown is a dork-ass loser. But he's still Smash. In regards to Genshin, like, characters from the next region got leaked a year ahead, and I think it's hilarious. Yeah, there's always leaks happening with Genshin. I think they've kind of shot themselves in the foot with Genshin, because obviously, a big thing is that, the gacha is for characters. They need to keep making characters so that people keep spending money to do the gachas. But I think they've really shot themselves in the foot. There are too many characters now, I think. And it's like, ew. I think it's harder for new people to get in now, and that's bad. You can't just survive on whales. Especially, you know, if you keep making effectively the same character type over and over, like, people are gonna fall off. I don't know. I think Genshin's starting to really run its course, which is a shame, because I think they still have, like, what, 4 more story arcs to do that they haven't done? I don't know. But yeah, Genshin, I don't know. I don't know how much longer Genshin has in it. By the way, he's talking to a demonic recreation of his mom in that scene. Was it his mom? You'll understand Woohoo Pizza Man if you play Devil May Cry 3. I see. You should play Bayonetta on stream. I'd be worried about playing Bayonetta on stream, cause I'm sure she's got like a safe for stream mode, but she's awfully willing to take off her clothes, and you never see anything. It's not like it's a porn game. Dude, fun fact! Oh, I need to remember to tell Allison this story when she comes home. So I got Allison Bayonetta for Christmas, and so I went to the store, and I was like, hey, can you unlock a game for me from one of the employees? And he was like, yeah. And he was like, which one do you want? And I was like, Bayo, please. And he's like, cool. And he unlocks it, and he's like, okay, cool, so you want to check out now? And I was like, uh-huh. And he's like, okay, I'm gonna need to see your ID. And I was like, what? And he's like, it's a rated M game. You need to be over 17 to play this. And I was like, oh! And I am, spoiler, well over 17. So that's fine. I didn't mind showing him my ID. But for a second, I was like, is there porn in this? Is this an 18 plus game? I forgot that M was a thing. Here, there was a ton of drama about it, like, every few months. It was only, like, 1 month. It kind of happened at the exact same time as the Rooster Teeth being transphobic and a shit show drama. But it's all resolved. The drama is solved. We're all good. It's okay to play Bayo. But yeah, that was hilarious. I was like, I was so surprised by getting carded to play a rated M game. That I was like, is this explicit? Yeah, I had no problem with it. I was just like so surprised. Oh! Bayonetta 3 has a naive angel mode, which is a censor mode. I could maybe do that. But I saw one commercial for this a bit ago. They're making like a prequel game thing for Bayonetta. It's like her origin story when she's like a little kid running around in a forest going on adventures and shit. And I was like, that's surprising, but that looks cute. So maybe I'll play that one. Wouldn't that be a fun first Bayonetta game for me to play? With all due respect, twins, how tall are you? I'm 5'7"? I'm somewhere between 5'7" and 5'9". I believe I'm 5'7". So I'm pretty tall. It's a puzzle game? Oh yeah, the prequel one? Yeah. It looks cute. Honestly, I think Bayonetta doesn't really go too far with the raunchy stuff. I don't think so either. I think her climax attacks are probably the furthest it goes. Yeah, you mean to tell me Twiins isn't 7 feet tall? I know, you guys, so I film Allison's videos, and I don't know what it is about that, but it makes Allison look really short. Because you're at my perspective. Okay, so the retail guy carding you makes no sense to me now, since I have friends who are 5'2". I guess I got a real baby face. I wasn't wearing any makeup, so maybe that added to it. Maybe he's just like, it's fine, you know, it's a rated M game, I gotta card you. There are times where, it'll just kind of be like that. I remember, hang on, I gotta blow my nose. Hang on. When I worked in retail, I can't recall what it was exactly, but certain things needed to be effectively carded. It wasn't like alcohol that I handled, but there was like some things in the store that you had to be over 18 to purchase. Or I'm pretty sure. And you technically always had to ask, even when it was a clearly senior citizen. I think maybe it was glass? I don't know, I can't remember. It wasn't tobacco, but it was something. No, it wasn't condoms. No. Nope, it wasn't cigarettes. Man, I really can't remember. It was a weird item. It was something people often were like, oh, kids can't purchase this? Yeah, I think it had to do with glass. I think that was the important part. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, and so you technically always had to ask. And the best people were the ones that were like, clearly seniors. And you go, are you over 18? And they look at you like, what? And it's like, yeah, I should be over 18 to buy this. And they go, ha ha ha, yeah, I am. And that's it. The worst ones were the ones where you're like, and, you know, are you over 18? And, yes, obviously. I think one person actually got offended. It was like, do you think, what, they were so mad that, like, they got carded for something like that. And yeah, Critter's saying it. Some registers literally won't work unless you scan an ID. And some boomers get so offended. It's like, I literally can't do anything about it. It's just my technology. Exactly. And they'll be so, like, pissy and mad. And it's like, listen, I know you're obviously over 18. Okay? You're knocking on heaven's door, alright? I need to ask. It's on a technicality. If you wait 1 second, I'll be like, are you over 18? I mean, obviously you are, but I have to ask. A literal 90-year-old buys wine and gets carded. So, yeah. Man, I really don't remember what it was. It's because I didn't work in, like, a grocery store, so... It must be glass. We had so much glass in the store. And I remember one time, fucking Twiins just randomly bursts into song lyrics when dealing with ornery seniors. It's a defense mechanism. It was spray paint! Oh my gosh, Critter remembered! Yeah, because, yeah, you had to be over a certain age to buy spray paint, because little kids will just huff it, I guess. Spray themselves in the eyes. Oh man. There was so much glass in the store, and I remember one time, yeah, if someone, I got really good at listening for the sound of, glass breaking. Spray paint, why? Because technically you can huff it. I think that's why. And so, I got really good at listening for the sound of broken glass, because people would accidentally drop stuff, and that's fine, whatever. And I would always yell. Don't touch the glass. I will pick it up. Do not touch the glass. That was a rule. Customers were not allowed to try to pick up broken glass, because they might get hurt. And theoretically, then they could sue. And that's fine. Like, obviously most people wouldn't, but just as a precaution, customers were not supposed to interact with broken glass, and I would be like, I'll pick that up, do not touch it. And I remember one time, one lady, so she drops a thing, and it's glass, and it breaks. And I was on the register, and I yelled, do not touch the glass, I will pick it up, don't touch the glass. And I finish up checking out the person, and I look over, and she's picking up the fucking broken pieces, and so I raise my voice. I already yelled, and you guys have heard me. I'm loud. I was in theater. I've learned how to project. I know how to make my voice be heard on the other side of a theater. Which also means you can hear me on the other side of the store. And so I raise my voice, and I yell at her again, do not touch the glass, I will pick it up. And clearly she got embarrassed. Because she was like, well, what, do you want me to just drop it? And I was like, fucking yes! Let go! Drop it! Like a dog who has something in their mouth. And I came up and I cleaned it up. But just the little fun fact for you, if an employee tells you don't touch it, and you have all the best intentions, just listen to them. This lady immediately dies when she picks up the glass. She literally shrivels up. Yeah, her idea was probably, I'll just clean this up really fast. But don't. Just don't. It's just easier that way. I've got gloves. I'll be fine. I have access to a shit million band-aids just in case I accidentally forget my gloves and I just choose to grab all of the glass by sinking it into my skin. Whatever, it'll be fine. Is this song from Ratchet & Clank 2? It's not. It's my usual guy, Kevin MacLeod. Some of his BGM. You can hear this in, like, some of my drawn-outs. But yeah, no, not from Ratchet & Clank. It's a shit million, more or less. Is a shit million more or less than a million? It's a million and some. No, bad customer while spraying them with a water bottle. It just sounded so familiar. Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty, kind of default sounding song, isn't it? It has some real, like, basic. This is the song equivalent of Saltines, you know? The usual copyright-free playlist, correct, but I only have 4 songs, because again, I started stream, and I was like, fuck, I don't have any of my BGM, so I had to download some really quick. Whenever I drop a glass, I have to pick up my cat so she doesn't touch it. Same principle, right? Exactly. Dude, Vincent did a thing today. He was in my bathroom, and then he decided to stick his paw, like, between the door and, like, the frame. You know, like how when you have a door open, there's, like, a little crack at the hinge. And he was like, I want to stick my paw in that. And I was like, no! I did get the Celtic Party BGM. We'll play that next. Once this song ends, I'll jump over to it. Because I was like, everybody likes Club Seamus. So I have to make sure I get that one. Twiins, what's your plans for February in terms of videos? I don't have any hard... Okay, actually, I'll let you guys know what kind of plans I'm working on. So, I might make a quick Pokemon Violet video. I was gonna make a longer, angrier one, and angry in terms of people ragging on it for no reason. I love Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. But now I'm like, I don't know, I feel like it's meh, so I might whittle that down a little bit, and post that instead. I am working on another Magical Girl video, another Pokemon Magical Girl video. I've been working on that for a while. And I think I'll probably be making a video about an anime I will discuss in a little bit. We'll talk about that. And also another, like, another, Project Sekai video. Those are my plans right now. Twiins dramatically dives to pull Vincent from the door frame. I was brushing my teeth, and while brushing my teeth, I bent down, and I was like, that's not safe, that's not safe. Not during May, Sacre Bleu, I know. Honestly, my plan was to get it out during, December, but then a million things happened. I went into December expecting to make one video, and I ended up making 4. Just finished Scarlet postgame today. Nice! It's really good, right? My dog is stinky, and my brother's getting mad at me because I refuse to bathe her until the end of the month. That is a problem. Any luck persuading Critter and Rambo to watch Spidey? Just finished your Pokedex. Hey, congrats! I'm nearly there. I'm at the point where to finish my Pokedex, I'm just evolving things. I could go running around and trying to catch more stuff, but I'm at a point where basically, if I just evolve things, I can get everything into the dex. I do need to trade like 2 more things over with Allison. Allison's got Scarlet, I've got Violet. So yeah, those are my plans, and I guess now is a good time to mention the other kinds of New Year's resolution time. Let's get King off of my desk. Take him down here. Alright. I'm waiting for Bank to finally finish your Pokedex. I was gonna do that, but then I was like, I can't wait. Have you ever thought about making Fakemon twins? I have before. I'm not good at them. But, you know, maybe I'll do that again. I think doing some evolutions. Oh, yeah, and maybe, because there are, like, a handful of types that haven't been done yet, and I thought it'd be fun to do those too. So, yeah, maybe I'll work on that. That'd be cute. But I think that's actually a good moment to talk about New Year's resolutions. And so, my plans for starting into New Year is I want to spend less time making videos and more time on art. I want to slow down how many videos I'm making every month. And I want to focus more on my comics, actually. And that's a tough balance, because I do want to still make videos, but I don't want to spend as much time on videos. I want to really start to put an emphasis on stream and art. And, like, if my time dedicated towards work was a pie chart, the biggest piece is videos. And then the second biggest piece is stream, and the smallest piece is comics. And I want to change that. I want videos to be the smallest piece, and for stream and art to be the 2 biggest pieces in my workflow. So yeah, I don't know, hopefully expect more art more often, but at the cost of less videos every month. Which is, honestly, I'm gonna say kind of fine, because... Here you go. I'm gonna make that a little bit quieter. It's not like my videos do all that well anyway. I've seen Ginja Ninja's videos on Fakemon. They're really fun. Actually, I thought about that this morning, and how much I prefer her Animal Crossing videos over them. Artist doing art? For real, for real. I've making good progress with Chapter 5. As always, patrons get an update on comics at the end of the month, and I'm nearly done with Chapter 5 now. I've been able to just work on it, and it's great. My back does hurt a lot, but it'll be really exciting because once I finish Chapter 5, I want to start on a whole original story, with more intense kind of character design and stuff. So that'll be exciting, but also a little bit intimidating. What kind of games are you looking at for the future now? So I want to... On stream, you mean? So, tomorrow, assuming everything goes right, Mario Sunshine. I want to play Mario Sunshine, I want to play Cult of the Lamb, I want to play Bug Snacks. I think Monster Hunter would be a lot of fun. Hell, I might even do a Pokemon Violet playthrough with you guys. Those are the kinds of things I got. And I'd love to do Shadow the Hedgehog. I'll have to go to like a secondhand store to see if I can find it on the GameCube. You fool, Genji Ninja uses they them pronouns? My bad, my bad. Making comics looks fun. I'm also making a comic. Nice! Congratulations! Just see Bug Snacks in all caps. Will you react to the new Hollow Tempest Boys debut? Probably not. I don't think I'm any good at, like, react content. But that'll be interesting. That'll be interesting to see. I didn't expect the Tempest guys to get a second wave so fast. Want to make comics, but I don't know how to start. Just start. Just go. Just begin. Just go. Move forward. Put something down on paper and don't go back. Don't wait to be good enough. Don't continue to rework the same thing over and over. You will learn as you move forward. You make it sound so easy. Well, starting is easy. You'll always be improving. So just start, and you'll learn as you go. And you'll go back, and you'll be like, man, this used to be shit. And I do that. I look back on old-ass comics that I used to post on, like, DeviantArt, and I go, ew. And I look back on early chapters of Grim Magic, and I go, ew. But that's good. It's because you're improving. And so you'll never start perfect. And fuck, even looking at, like, professional artists who, like, really do this, like the Berserk manga, and early One Piece, and early Land of the Lustrous. They always start in one place, and as they improve their craft, you can see their trajectory change, and how they get better at everything, and how they learn how to approach comic making, you know, in different ways. So, wow, you're homeless, just buy a home. You can do it! Just draw one. Just draw a comic. Just put some squares on paper. Put little characters in there. Like, starting is the most important part. You don't need anything. You don't need an art tablet. You don't need an art program. You don't even need blank paper. You can use lined paper. And a pencil, you know? Just begin. You can't take forever to study how exactly comics are made, because that's something I've learned. There are no rules. You can do whatever the fuck you want. You don't need to worry about paneling. Some comics don't have panels. Sometimes the speech bubbles are way bigger. Sometimes they're smaller. Everyone approaches comics differently. Do you want to lean into manga inspirations? Is it just an art style thing, or how they approach the page? Or do you want to do a funny comic? That's completely different from an action comic. Are you leaning into Western comics and how they approach speech bubbles? It's all completely different. There are no rules. There's no wrong way to do it. Just start. Just like Shia LaBeouf said that one time. Just do it! See, and you'll learn as you grow. And I believe in you. Honestly, saying just start is the best advice people can give for starting. It's why I'm bad at making stories. I don't start. Exactly. It's something that I learned. Because, you know, I was like, I want to make comics. So I just started. And I was so bad at first. I was bad at drawing different perspectives. I was bad at drawing different types of faces. I'm still bad at environments, but I was really bad back then. And you learn how to do all these effectively on the field. listen, Ruby's got a lot of problems, but if there's anything Crow has done that's correct, it's his advice of one day out there is worth however many years in the school. You learn best by actually starting and doing it. And from there, then you can narrow your focus and learn and improve. But yeah, the most important thing is you just have to start. And starting is hard. The first page of a comic is hard to figure out. Some people like to write down everything they want to do. Some people just freeball it and go. But however you do choose to start, just start. And from there, it's easy. Alright, hard part's over. The first page is down. Now I can really... I don't need to worry about that anymore. Now I'm imagining Twiins putting a gun to my head and going, start, begin, do it, man! Looked back at my old art and wow, it looked like a child drew it, which makes sense, because I was a child when I drew them. Dude, man, I wish I was as good at art now as I was when I was in college. Thinking about the art I had in college, I'm like, man, this shit's embarrassing. And like, I'm no art master out here, but I'm better now, and that's the thing, is I'm like, I'm embarrassed that people saw me at that point. Fuck around and find out is a very effective learning technique. It truly is. But yeah, that's what I want to do. Less videos, more art, and I don't know, hopefully that works out. Of course that's scary, because honestly my biggest source of income is not actually YouTube, it's Patreon. My delightful, perfect, amazing patrons are the only reason why I can do this. And primarily, the Patreon is connected to my videos. That's where I promote Patreon. And Patreon is, like, based around, oh, you get to see videos early. However, also, I always think I'm like, the big thing I need to make sure my patrons get every month is they need the comic update. And so, like, it's like, it's scary, because if I start making fewer videos, well, people will stop supporting me on Patreon, I'm worried about. But I don't know, whatever, we'll figure it out, I guess. Which is why I don't want to stop completely with Patreon. Maybe I just gotta get better at promoting it. I'm very bad at that. I'm bad at being self-employed. One day we'll get a good environment from Twiins, and then the universe will explode. But what are you guys' resolutions? So you guys all know that I wanna focus more on art, but what do you guys want to do? Hope you had a nice New Year's. It was pretty good. It was pretty alright. I relaxed, finally. It's what helped me cry. Uh-oh. It's what helped me kind of figure out what I wanted to focus on, and, you know, what I want to, you know, shift my gears into. That's always what happens. It's not that I make New Year's resolutions, it's just that I finally get the time to relax, at New Year's. And so I kind of get the chance to kind of consider my course of action. I know if I ever see the universe start to explode, I'll stop and think, somehow, this is Twiins' fault. Want to finish Doom 2? That sounds scary. Want to find a job? Ooh, I hope that goes well. What's this about being less horny? My resolution was being less horny. Oh, Excalibur. I want to make a 30-second to a minute-long animation by the end of the year. Nice! Dude, the models you posted on Twitter were already really cool, Draken, so I believe in you. That's magic to me. Want to finish my comic this year and pass my midterm exams? Hell yeah. The way I imagine Twiins relaxing is lying on the floor in a Family Guy death pose. I did do that yesterday. But that's because I was hanging out with Vincent and my back hurt. An industry job. Find an artist for my fan comic and finish up my newest screenplay idea. Big moves, Zero. Write something that isn't Ruby fanfiction and see how it goes. I believe in you. I believe in you. I don't really do resolutions, but I guess I want to work on my OCs more, partially so I don't have to scramble the week before art fight. Art fight? That sounds exciting. Never heard of that before. I can only assume it's we're gonna have characters fight. Draw the art for that. Oh, is stream gone? Can't see shit? Uh-oh. It's back. Okay, great. I have no idea what the fuck happened. On my perspective, everything was okay. Okay, I don't know if you're a Bayonetta fan or not, but I'm currently seeing a bunch of people on the subreddit trying to redesign her third outfit. And in the results I'm seeing it reminded me of what happened when people tried to redesign a Ruby, where it all looked very similar to the original. Stream isn't working for you, but it's working for Critter, and it's working for Nip. Alright, I don't know what... Yeah, it does seem to be on Green Machine's end. Great! Stream seems we're okay generally. Don't know what happened. But hey, welcome back. I haven't seen anything about people trying to redesign Bayo. I'm surprised that they would, honestly, because I think her third design, well, a little bit less conventional than her other stuff. It's very cute. I don't see why people would be like, this isn't quite good enough. But yeah, I would suspect it'd be a lot of the exact same thing. That's what happens when you try to redesign a good design. I'm sorry, Excalibur. I don't know why you only see a black void. It's all good for me. Yeah, it's vanished now. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Am I losing you guys? Everything's still working for Critter. This is whack. I can still hear you. Fascinating. How interesting. Tried refreshing, still just a black square. Everything is totally normal on my end. So I have no idea what it could be. Huh. Ain't this interesting? Here, let me, I guess, should I stop and then restart the stream? Do you guys think that would do anything? Is Twitch having a meltdown? Here, let me look. Let me look at what's going on. Now that we got our casual late night radio music going. You guys all were like, these are my New Year's resolutions. and Twitch was like, no. Oh, can you all see me again? I know some of you guys were struggling, and some of you weren't. Fascinating. It's not loading on my phone. Ain't that weird? It does seem to be a Twitch problem, since it is so hit and miss. Alright, there we go. Alright. Looks like we're okay. Don't know what the fuck happened. Well, here, while we're figuring that all out, give me 1 second. I'm gonna go grab a Snapple. I'll be right back. Here I am. Okay, now you're... Okay. Yeah, it keeps loading on... So, okay. Alright. Okay. Should I stop stream and then restart stream? Do you guys think that would do anything? I guess it can't hurt, right? It's not on my end. This is the most consistent my stream has ever been. Which is hilarious. But I'm having zero problems with upload or CPU or anything. Yes, no, maybe so. Think it's fine now? Couldn't hurt, I guess. Alright, yeah. I'll stop stream. Why does leaving for a minute before coming back solves it? I don't know. Yeah, it's back. Alright, we'll just assume everything's fine for now. And then, if everything falls apart again, then, I don't know, we'll figure that out. Twitch was like, Twiins is gonna stop making as many videos? No way. Time to riot. By the way, my Snapple fact is a compass needle does not point directly north. Ah, it's doing the thing that it does to you sometimes. Do you know what the source of the problem is, Zero? Compass uses magnetism. Compasses are an enigma to me. I know how they work in theory, but I don't know. I feel like no compass has ever actually worked in my hands. It's affected by the planet's gravity and thus not quite north. Fascinating. Anyways, what I wanted to say was Art Fight is a month-long thing during July, where it's like Splatfest, but you do art trades. Oh, how cute. That's so fun. The planet not being a perfectly flat plane. That adds to it a lot too. Usually it's an internet thing, sometimes it's a Twitch problem, other times it's a you problem. Most of the time it's a you, the streamer problem. Well, everything seems to be pretty normal now, so... Great! Compasses are actually supposed to be placed onto maps. This time it was Twitch. Yeah, seems to be. But that's alright, don't worry. I wasn't saying anything important. This is an important- you know what? Actually, let's talk about what I did during my break. Do you guys want to talk about some fucking anime? 'Cause I do. Oh my gosh. Alright, we're gonna start with the funny one. My recommendations is you close the windows in your apartment so you don't let the Wi-Fi out. Yeah, everything seems to have shifted. I needed to- Twitch was like, go get a Snapple, and then everything will be okay. But yeah, let's talk about anime. I want to- the first one- okay, so I watched Bocchi the Rock. Bocchi- let me put this poster up real quick. Bocchi the Rock was so fucking funny, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, guys, I recommend you watch Bocchi the Rock. So, the synopsis for Bocchi the Rock. It's cute girls doing cute things version, they're in a band. If you've seen K-On!, I guess it's like that. And I don't know, I haven't seen K-On! Bocchi the Rock is very special and different though, because I've watched other cute girls doing cute things anime, and they're nice, but Bocchi the Rock is clearly superior because it's a comedy. It's so funny, and I think my favorites are, they'll have like inserts of completely different styles for the jokes. I think my favorite is she has to sell tickets at one point, and so she panics because she needs to figure out 5 different people to sell tickets to. And it cuts to a real hand. Like, they filmed a real person's hand counting down as she, like, counts down her family members, and she's stuck with one ticket. And she just counts them over and over. And it's so fucking funny. Also, high-key, they're kind of alluding to, Asian Kung Fu Generation, which is, a popular Japanese rock band. You've heard them do songs for Full Metal Alchemist and Erased, if you've seen Erased. Asian Kung Fu Generation is great. You should listen to their music, and the girls are low-key alluding to them, and you should just watch Bocchi the Rock, because it's so fucking funny. I like the one where she turns 3D and slams into a Me too! I was so not expecting it. Imagine having watched Erased. I really liked Erased. I do get that the ending was meh, especially compared to the manga, but I think the anime as a whole was still really, really enjoyable. And I can just acknowledge that the ending for the manga is better than the ending for the anime. But the anime it was gripping. I really liked Erased's anime. And the opening especially, that was the big thing. So not only was I gripped by Erased's mystery, but the opening was so fucking good that every time I finished an episode, I was like, okay, we'll just watch one more so I can listen to the opening again. And that's Asian Kung Fu Generation. So at least listen to the theme song to Erased. I watched Chainsaw Man. The opening was my favorite part. I still think Chainsaw Man looks eh. I don't like the way how it looks. The animation is too smooth. It's weird. But the manga looks nice. I do want to read the manga. I've been busy, though. I've been busy watching Bocchi and another anime. We'll talk about that in a second. I also intended to watch Horimiya, because, so, everything was all the things I wanted to watch was on Verve. But you needed a premium membership to do it. And I was like, okay, well, I'll sign up for a free trial. And so I've got almost a little under a month left to finish my free trial. And so I'm like, I gotta finish all these animes in that time. So, no time for Chainsaw Man right now. Chainsaw Man is more fun to learn about than to actually watch. Fascinating. A fascinating take. I'll have to, once I read the Chainsaw Man manga, I'll have to come back to you, Critter, and see what exactly, if, like, I agree based on just reading the manga, or we'll have to chit-chat about Chainsaw Man, eventually. Twiins watching anime. Not now, I'm busy. I crashed through Bocchi the Rock in, like, 3 days. It was just fun. Also, Allison was gone. That's the thing. I always watch the most anime if Allison's not in the house. And not for any reason. It's just because I was like, what do? I guess I'll just watch anime. Is Chainsaw Man just a Chainsaw Man? From what I can tell, he's like demon adjacent. That's how I'll describe it. It's complicated. Kind of. Hello, welcome, Jordan. It's a good story to read a wiki about. Partially possessed by demon. There you go. That's a good way to describe it. We just haven't really gotten to the really good part yet. But man, does the last 3 episodes fumble it? I wouldn't know. And yeah, I'm gonna stick to the manga because so I don't like how smooth the animation looks in Chainsaw Man. Moreover, I just like the manga art a lot, and so I want to read that. Here's the thing, I like reading manga to try to learn, try to like take in information, like how do they do this, how do they do that. The problem is so often I'll get wrapped up in the story and I'll forget to like turn on my learning brain. That happened with Demon Slayer. Oh fuck, I've got the hiccups. I was watching reading. Oh shit. Hang on, let me get a drink of water really quick. Anyway, Demon Slayer. I wanted to read Demon Slayer anyway, because I really liked the story, and I knew the manga was finished, and so I was like, just read the manga, so then I can know the whole story, and I can talk to Allison about it. And that was great and cool. But also, I was like, Demon Slayer was really good at having long action sequences. That's something I feel like I need to work on. Fights are hard to, like, be substantial, I feel like. I feel like it's hard to have a long fight. And I was like, I want to see how Gotoge does it, because they're really good at it. And that was my intention going in. And then I was just wrapped up in the story. One character pulled out a gun, and I was like, that's so interesting, and I totally forgot to pay attention. Wouldn't that be fun, though? I love the idea of somebody analyzing my art. I don't think there's enough to analyze right now. I don't think my art's good enough for people to make video essays discussing. But I'd love that someday, for someone to, like, really look at what I draw and figure out, like, the nuances behind it. An example, I watched somebody talk about Berserk. It was Super Eye Patch Wolf, and he was discussing, well, damn near everything about Berserk, but specifically he was talking about how the mangaka, whose name I forget right now, how he draws Guts' attacks, because he's got his big-ass sword, you know? And he's like, you never see the point of impact. You see a very small glimpse of right before the impact. It'll be something even as small as, like, you know, just Guts' hand or his clenched teeth. And then right next to that is post-impact, when he's finished his swing and there's blood everywhere and it's a huge panel, and sometimes the sword will go outside the panel because it's too big, it can't be contained, kind of a thing. And he described it like a gunshot, you know, how you don't see the moment and it's just click, click, boom, kind of a deal. Versus a different character who fights with really, you know, like, he uses a rapier, it's like a fencer. And so there is no anticipation for his attacks, you just see the strikes. And that was so much fun and so cool, and I want my art to be that good, for people to analyze how I do things. And it's not right now. But one day, that'd be fucking super fly. And that's the thing, I go into mangas being like, I'm gonna look at how they do that, and then I just don't. It was surprising to me when they pulled out a gun when everyone else uses swords. I know, that's why I was like, oh, shit. It makes sense. They were at that time where they had guns happening, but it was just cool. Just super fun. I'm really excited for Season 3 of Demon Slayer. But yeah, big suggestion that you watch Bocchi the Rock. It's fun, it's cute, it's hilarious. Future analysts analyze Twiins art. Twiins makes video yelling about their analysis. No! It's a cool thing, like with punches. You see the wind-up in the aftermath of the hit. Exactly. Hello, welcome, Hacksire. We're talking about anime. Specifically, Berserk. Berserk and Bocchi the Rock. They weren't connected. But you should probably get into both. I haven't read Berserk, I haven't watched Berserk. I probably will at some point. Finally. Allison has been like, read Berserk, read Berserk, read Berserk since like the dawn of time. And I've been like, it's sad though. And then I watched 2 video essays about Berserk, and I came to realize it's no more sad than Made in Abyss. But I'm glad both of you made they're in the same universe joke. But yeah, if I'm sitting through Made in Abyss, which is just sad, then I could probably handle Berserk. Just don't watch the 2015 remake. Yeah, if I interact with Berserk, it'd probably just be the manga. I did watch yesterday. I watched the bloopers for the original anime. Even though I haven't seen it, I just saw it recommended and I was like, hell yeah. And it was good. But we gotta talk about the thing I've actually been obsessed with. So I watched Bocchi, and I was like, that was great. That was really fun. That was 10 out of 10. Critter made the set. Yeah, I had this last time I did a chat and stream as well. All thanks to Critter. She drew all of this. Well, yeah, so she didn't draw the Bocchi poster, let me take that down. Or me and Doug, but yeah, this is all thanks to her. Wow, look at that cool wall texture. I can't do that shit. All my walls are flat planes. I gotta learn how to do textures better. But yeah, wowee, you guys are sprinkles, that's why you're on the cake. Round of applause for Critter. Yay, just needs a Vincent to be accurate. Vincent's on the floor. Taking a nap. Those little footsies next to radiators on. Lol, it's one specific brush you use. You do it in GIMP too, so that's not even helpful to me, but I'm sure I can find a similar thing on Clip Studio Paint. Critter drew all of Bocchi. She's the secret author. I'll add Vincent to the setup, I'm sure, eventually. my squishy little butt boy. I call him I like saying he has a bread butt. That's my favorite fucking thing on earth. I like being like, Vincent, with your little bread butt. You've got a bready butt. Makes no sense. It is an unfounded accusation. But in my head, he is offended. He's like, Mom, stop saying I have a bread butt. He's got a toy. His favorite toy, Allison's sister got it for him for Christmas. It's a little avocado with a face. It's just a cute little avocado. And it's his favorite toy. And I called him an avocado toast butt. And he's always so like, stop! Sorry, I completely blanked out and got brought back by bread butt. This is why I could never do real, like, ASMR for falling asleep to. I'm far too interesting. We'll fill up the desk with jokes and memes that are indecipherable eventually. Avocado. Oh, that's cute. That's so fucking clever. Oh, okay, but we gotta talk about, let me put a different poster up. Because oh my gosh, guys. Okay. Kaiji. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm probably gonna make a video about Kaiji. And so when that happens, get excited to hear all of the same things again. I'm going to spoil season 1 of Kaiji. There are 2 seasons of Kaiji. I'm in the middle of season 2. Okay. I didn't expect Kaiji to become one of my favorite anime. So, things I knew about Kaiji going into it. 1, Kaiji, which is our protagonist here at the front, he cries a lot, and he does. 2, it's a gambling anime. 3, I was pretty sure he got stabbed in the ear, and I wanted to see that. And that was all I knew about Kaiji. Oh, 4, that sometimes he loses, and that's important, because it's a gambling anime, and that's really good. And, guys, oh my gosh, I've been so fucking obsessed with Kaiji. I was like, I'll watch Bocchi, and then I'll watch Kaiji, and then I'll watch Horimiya. That was my plan. And I haven't gotten to Horimiya, because I've just been watching Kaiji. And it's so fucking good! Oh my gosh! And I like the art style. People call it ugly. I think it's cool. I think it's very unique and distinct. And, oh my fucking lord. It's so fucking good. Okay, I'm gonna start spoiling things now. If you don't want to get spoiled by Kaiji, run away. Okay, when he's on the boat, and they pull him into the other room, and it's just it's just a cell block of sad men, and it's like, oh my gosh. Okay, and then I've never been more hyped by the sentence, wait, why are there so many scissors, when they were playing rock, paper, scissors. Kaiji is so fucking smart. That's the thing. It's so fucking good. It's all gambling, and so there's a lot of math involved, and Kaiji is smart, and it's a lot of, like, figuring out how to win. That's the thing. You don't gamble with luck. You have to cheat. Because they're also cheating, because he's wrapped up in the Yakuza. And so it's him figuring out how they're cheating and trying to figure out how to, in turn, ruin their plan so he can cheat. But sometimes he loses. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's talk about him getting stabbed in the ear. Okay, so, because I went in being like, I'm pretty sure he gets stabbed in the ear. I want to see that. By the time we got to that point, though, he did have a thing on him that was gonna stab him in the ear if he loses. And I was like, don't, please, because I even though that was all I went in for, was seeing the ear stabbing. By the time it was happening, I was like, please don't, because I wanted him to win, and that's a good sign. This is a good fucking show, because if it was a boring show, I'd be like, whatever, stab him in the ear, that'll be interesting. But no, I cared. But he didn't stab himself in the ear, because it was like tracking his heartbeat and shit so they could cheat. And so he cut his ear off, and it was so fucking sick. It was fucking rad. He used a broken mirror to do it. It was so fucking cool. Oh my, but then he said, oh, okay, and then he wanted more money. Well, they were like, you can get more money, but in return, if you lose, we'll cut off your fingers. And And I was literally, every muscle in my body was tense. I was tensed up. I was like biting my own thumbs, and I was thinking, no, please God, no, please. And because he was losing, and it was so fucking good. So this is why you should watch Kaiji, because sometimes he does lose. Because here's the spoiler, he gets his fingers cut off. Because he lost. He lost all of his money. He watched a ton of people die, lost all of the money and his fingers. And it's devastating. And I had to take a break. I had to text Allison with the meme of Sayaka from Madoka Magica saying I was stupid, so stupid. Because then, only then, did I realize there was a second season. And because he can lose, there are real stakes. You really sit there and you're like, because that's the thing, you watch other gambling anime, and I think somebody mentioned it earlier, they always win. And so it's not, there's no tension. It can be fun, be like, how do they, what's their trickety trick to win? But it's tensionless. The fact that Kaiji does lose means that your heartbeat's racing while you're watching this show. This was more intense than watching Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball will have its very cool, fun fight scenes where they're flying around and shit, and nothing has made my heart pound like how it was watching Kaiji play a card game. Twins, you seem to have a thing for ear stabbing? No. I have a thing for boys bleeding. So, but that's the thing also, because since he can lose, when he wins, it's like actual celebration. Like, in season 2, he wins a thing. He wins at one point. And genuinely, I was like, ecstatic. I was like, fuck yes, he won, yes. and I ran to tell Allison, because I was like, he did it. He won the thing. And she was like, good, because Allison's not watching this because she doesn't like blood. And just and I liked that episode so much I just rewatched it immediately. Is that what happened to Twins is fucked up here? Not nearly anything as interesting. My fucked up here is because I got sick once. I got sick once and my ear was like, I don't want to work anymore. I used to get really bad ear infections, so the idea of that mentally hurts. Yeah, I feel that. It's not fun having a fucky ear. Whoa, shit, dude. I didn't expect this music to be like this. Twins saying the quiet part out loud. So, correction to me. Akagi is about Mahjong. Yes. Correct. I know that much. But yeah, I've been watching Kaiji. I've been obsessed with Kaiji, and you all should watch Kaiji, even though it just spoiled season 1 for you. It doesn't matter, you should still watch it. It is an older anime. It was hilarious. I've got this fancy new super powerful PC, and I used it to watch an anime at 480p, because that was the only resolution it was available at, which is Kaiji. Because it's old. Bonus fact, there are 2 seasons of Kaiji. The manga is still going. The manga has been running since 1996, and it is still going. I don't think I'll be getting the manga. We'll see, I suppose. If the story's just so good. But yeah, Kaiji is so much fun. That's the thing. I heard everyone say that, effectively. Sometimes he really does lose, and Kaiji's good, you should watch it. I've seen so many people say that exact same thing. And I was like, yeah, I'll get to it. And I'm sad it took me this long. I really do recommend Kaiji. Even though the art style is quote-unquote ugly, I think it's really cool. I'm glad that Kaiji doesn't just look like every other anime, you know? And so that's what I've been up to. Is hanging around, watching Bocchi the Rock and Kaiji. and being like, I want to make stories. I want to draw way more. Of course, that's the thing with resolutions. There's no guarantee that they'll happen. Sometimes inspiration just really strikes you. That's how I ended up with so many videos in December. It's because I went in being like, I'm just gonna make this one. And then, boom, boom, boom. I was just like, I need to make that. I need to make that. I need to make that. So, yeah, that's what I've been up to. I had so much that I was like, I need to talk to everybody about all these things. So, just chatting today. Speaking of old anime, I really need to watch I need to watch Evangelion too. I think I'd really like it. I like the angel gimmick. I don't know where to start. How to approach Evangelion. Feels like it ended 3 different ways, and I don't know how to approach Evangelion. I'll cross that bridge when I get there. I'll handle Berserk first. People have only watched SAO and its clones. Bro, Kaiji's ugly. I can't tell the characters apart from each other. If you can't tell the characters apart from each other in Kaiji, you are a fool. They're like so distinct. And I love that a unique art style like Kaiji's means when other anime reference it, it's immediately obvious. It's like Akira Toriyama, you know? Nobody else draws like Akira Toriyama, and it's good. It's good to have your... And I think this is important for artists. Having a unique art style is not bad. And yeah, some people will be like, oh, it's ugly. And yeah, those people are also stupid. Having your art not look like every other anime on the market right now, or whatever it is you're working with, is good. Because being unique and distinct means your style is the thing other people will want to copy eventually. So there you go. Don't be afraid that it's like, well, I don't draw like other people. And I'm self-conscious about that. It's okay. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. You approach Evangelion by watching the show. Duh, I guess you're right. I just don't know, it's like, what's the recommended? You know, like things like One Piece, how I'm pretty sure there's like a whole spreadsheet of episodes they recommend you skip because they're filler. And that's another one where I'm like, I'm intimidated by that. I'll wait. Best advice with NGE is to watch the original series with the director's cut versions of the episodes where applicable. Then decide if you want to go further down the rabbit hole. I see. It's a big commitment, but I think it'd be cool. Watch the show and the true ending movie, End of Evangelion. I feel like seeing the untrue endings are also kind of important in the history of Evangelion. It's just seeing it all and like being like, oh, okay. I see it all now, as opposed, and I just need to find the best place to like kind of sit down and start it all, versus if you were like into it at first and you just take in the new things as you go, you know? It's fine. I'll be okay. Me knowing Kaiji / Akagi references in Gintama without knowing jack about Kaiji or Akagi. Yeah. Gintama's another one that I think would be fun. I've heard people say it's really funny, and I like comedy. I don't believe in filler. I do. I 100% do. But I also recognize that it's like, it doesn't always need to be there, but sometimes there are problems, and it's rough. It's rough. Especially when your show ends up accidentally having mostly filler because you decided to air your anime alongside a manga, and it's like, well, we don't know what to animate, so just have whatever the fuck happen, and it's like, oh no, your filler accidentally completely ruins the canon of something. We have to change a whole story element, and it's like, oh, why'd we do it this way? Wasn't the ending to Evangelion drawn out post-its notes because they ran out, drawn on post-it notes because they ran out of budget? I don't know about that. I have seen parts of the ending though, and it is minimal is how I'll describe what I've seen, but I don't know. I can't speak on it with any kind of authority. Dude, they ran out of budget like 4 times. So yeah, that's what I've been up to. I'd like to keep chit-chatting with you guys. It's been so ding-a-dang long. I don't wanna just be like, alright, well, cool. 1 hour stream. I don't know how people can stream for 1 hour. It feels impossible. It feels like you're not doing anything at that point. Pretty big Gintama fan here. It's very good, and depending on your preferences, you might think it's slow at first. Don't skip episodes for the plot, though. Please, I beg. I didn't know Gintama had a plot. I thought it was just jokes. What you guys talking about? We were talking about Kaiji. Now, broadly, just kind of anime. Good, keep it that way. Okay. Yeah, I don't know jack shit about Gintama. This is the end of the anime, and then the end of Evangelion movie, and then there was that one very final ending movie that comes out after that other shit. This is all too many long things. I'll focus on Chainsaw Man and Berserk first, and then I'll approach Evangelion. Which one's Nichijou again? I recognize the name, but I couldn't tell you what it looks like. Just started One Piece. Nice! That's another one. So I just want to know what the One Piece is. I think One Piece is, obviously, it's a huge inspiration for so many people. I think it's one that I'd like to read at some point. But, I can't right now. Knowing that they're so close to the end, and I'm like, I just want to know what the One Piece is, and then I'll get into the very interesting story and stuff. The one where they have square feet. I cannot begin to explain to you how that means nothing to me, and I assume you're referencing Nichijou, and I don't know a single thing where anything has square feet. Is it the funny one? Hang on, I'm just gonna Google Nichijou. That comedy anime with square proportions and insane budget. What is this with squares? Nichijou. Oh, they are kind of square, aren't they? I googled it. And yes, it is the funny one I was talking about. One of the best things about anime that nobody talks about is often how intelligently they use mythologies to help tell their stories. It's true. It's what inspired Monty to make Ruby based on fairy tales. Fun fact. He mentioned that. He's like, you know, anime always pulls from Japanese folklore and stuff. So what if we make an anime that pulls from, you know, Western fairy tales and things? It was one of his kind of starting ideas. A little bonus fact for you there. Nichijou looks funny. I think I'd like Nichijou too. Been seeing that go around with Spider-Man Twitter. For some reason, it's a comparison game now. Yeah, everyone wants to compare everything to everything these days, and I think there's a useful way to do that, and at some point it's just like, yeah, well, the thing I like did it better. Well then great, go watch the thing, I guess, you know? Gotta walk the dogs, make sure no bots show up while I'm gone. We'll do our best. Hello, Yuri Jumbles. Welcome. Twiins anime historian. I cannot, with confidence, call myself that. I have not watched nearly enough anime. I've got a list, actually. I keep track of all the anime I watch. I write it all down. And it's small. Not nearly enough anime on that for me to call myself an anime historian. If you like Azumanga Daioh, you'd like Nietzsche. That's what I've seen, yeah. I liked Azumanga Daioh better as a manga versus the anime. I only watched a couple of the Azumanga Daioh anime episodes. And the pacing just sucked, both in Japanese and in English. It was just way slower. And I was like, man, because of the 4 coma kind of like format of the manga. you can read it so quickly. You know, you read it at your own pace, and the jokes are really punchy and fast, and it's hilarious. Azumanga Daioh is an absolute recommendation. It's hilarious. It's great. I know people really like the anime, and that's good, but personally, I was like, this is just a slow version of the thing I like. But people seem to really like the anime as well, so if you'd rather watch an anime than read a manga, dude, Azumanga Daioh also makes me cry. Oh my fucking... It's at the end, when they're all taking their tests to try to get into colleges, and Chihiro, she's a little child genius. She's got it. She's got it in the bag. Nothing to worry about. She doesn't need to take a quiz. And earlier, Osaka had presented the idea that if you can split chopsticks in half evenly, then you get to make a wish. Because Osaka sucked at doing that because she's dumb, and that's the charm of her. I love Osaka. But yeah, so they're all taking their tests to try to get into college, and so Chihiro goes and gets like a shitload of disposable chopsticks, and she just spends the afternoon splitting them in half evenly to get wishes, and I'm like, I'm gonna fucking cry. It's the cutest fucking shit on planet Earth. Oh! So, Azumanga Daioh is great. Azumanga Daioh is the origin of cute girls doing cute things. Kind of anime and manga, and I respect it because so often these days it's fan service, you know, like forward, and that's fine. There's obviously an audience for that, but as a straight lady, I'm glad that Azumanga Daioh was just a fun story of friends, without it also having to be like, oh, time to have shenanigans so that they touch each other's boobs, or I gotta throw this beach episode at you so you can look at their swimsuits, and it's, you know, yeah, those episodes are always like, whenever I do watch an anime that is about cute girls doing cute things, and it's like, great, cool, can we get back to the, like, not this? And I'm glad that Azumanga Daioh never really delves into that. It's just fun for the whole family, regardless of what your orientation and preferences are. Tomo has a special place in the story, though. Her throwing the keys into the grass, and just because, is one of the funniest things. Azumanga Daioh walked so Zombieland Saga could crash through a wall in a comedy dust cloud. I haven't seen anything of Zombieland Saga. I know people like it. I haven't seen a second of that anime. I've seen her get hit by the truck. I don't know, it feels like just a lot of things happening. There's zombies, but also idols, and becoming friends. It feels like a lot. I'm sure it's great, though. That is a very fun premise, though. I'm delighted by the concept of Zombieland Saga. Is that the one where the blonde girl with glasses and girl with short black hair? No. No, I don't know which one you're talking about, King of Curses. What else happens with the blonde girl with glasses and the girl with short black hair? I guess yes, actually. Okay, good. I guess it's Zombieland Nightmare. There you go. Zombieland Saga, rather. Have you been traumatized by cyberpunk edge runners yet? No, I hear it's, sad. And I'm not really into the cyberpunk aesthetic anyway. Nothing about it really seems to be for me. So, I'm sure it's great, but I'm not gonna be watching it. I'm sorry. What about cute boys doing cute things? See, listen, I'm right there with you. I think we need way more cute boys doing cute things anime. And often those made are trying to be fan service forward as well, but it's clearly made by people who don't fucking understand how to do male fan service. And so they're really shitty. And it's like, just make them be friends. Can we do that? Can we just have boys being friends? Please? I'm right there with you, Cereza. I think there's a real untapped market. I don't think Japan fully grasps how many female weebs there are who just want cute boys. It's like, you know, all these male VTubers coming out on the EN side, doing really successfully, and all of Japan is just Pikachu like surprise Pikachu face, and it's like, duh, we like this, we like guys, we aren't all just obsessed with female idols over here. Finally, good gravy. Been trying to blow my nose for like 3 years. But yeah, I'm right there with you. I agree. Twiins, how do you do male fan service? See, that's the thing. It's actually really easy. Because what people think is, oh, just do female fan service, but with a boy. Show off his pecs. Maybe his legs. You know? And it's like, okay, listen. All you gotta do to do male fan service, give them good arms. You don't need to put them in any special outfits. You don't need to go out of your way to have them skimpily clad. Just have them be, like, good boys. I'm gonna give you a perfect example of how to do male fan service. Literally all the cool guys in Demon Slayer. Rengoku, during the movie, perfect fan service. Everything Tengen does, perfect. The Stone Hashira, whose name I can never remember, just the fact that his arms are illustrated so muscularly, 10 out of 10. It's so easy. You don't have to, you don't make them just girls, but in a boy body, you know, because that's what they'll do. They'll be like, have them act like a girl, you know, do the girl things of like being shy or whatever, and that kind of stuff, and film them like they're girls. You don't have to do that. Just literally, just make hot boys. Make hot boys and make them, like, well written. It's so easy. Take off their shirts sometimes. There you go. And don't put all the, like bloom and sparkles and have them go, like, ara ara. You don't have to do that. Just, you know, another good example, fucking My Love Story. Great. That's good. The fact that we get to, like, look at him on the beach episode is like, there you go. That's all you need. It's so easy. It's really easy. Points at Tengen and Inosuke and every boy in Demon Slayer. The anime called Given was so gay. I love it. I've never heard of it. I'm glad you liked it, though. I'll have to look it up, I guess. But what about Major Armstrong? He's a no- Oh, he's so good! Okay, here's the thing. This is a perfect example. Okay, Armstrong ripping off his shirt, not fan service. Fun. I love Armstrong, but it's not fan service. The moment both Allison and I fell in love with Armstrong and was like, he's a good man, I would take him home, I would have him meet my family, was when he's wearing a nice button-up shirt and black pants, and it's when the boys, he went with the brothers to visit Granny, because Ed needed to, like, fix his arm or some shit, and Armstrong accompanied them, and Armstrong has his sleeves rolled up. You can see his forearms. He is not shirtless like normal. He has his sleeves rolled up, and he is getting, like, logs for Granny, for her fire. And he's like, just being a gentleman, like, where would you like these? You know, kind of a thing. And we both fell in love. There you go. It's so easy. It's so easy. You just have them be a good boy. There you go. Shirtless, that's fun. But fine. I fell in love with Kaiji when he cut off his ear, you know? And that's not just me being- it's because it was a heroic moment. It wasn't because of the sadism thing. So there you go. Just make them well written. And let us see their arms sometimes. And there you go. Easy peasy. Me and my girlfriend thought of this idea of watching all the Spider-Man movies, like, back to back. That sounds like a lot of Spider-Man. No, we need Tengen to say ara ara. I mean, he might, honestly. It's just like a normal phrase in Japan. You know that, right? It's kind of like, my. Like, oh, my, look at this, you know? Speaking of male fan service, why do Genshin fans think the males in that game are so muscular. Like, the most muscular guy is lean, not beefed up like everyone's saying. I think they are muscular in relation to most anime characters. You know that? Like, I think, Araki, is that his name? The Oni boy. He's perhaps the most muscular. And in-game, he's pretty slim, I'm gonna say. His in-game model is kind of meh. His artwork, he is pretty beefy, you know? I think just, like, look at Genshin characters versus every other anime where they're, like, stick figures, you know? Especially nowadays, you know? We have our Dragon Balls and stuff, but, you know, look at SAO and it's trillions of spin-offs or rip-offs and stuff. Hell, even stuff like Attack on Titan. They're really slim. So I think that's why. Just comparing is like, alright, well, this person has some muscle on them, I guess. Having an endearing personality and being a decent person. Exactly. Okay, not gonna lie, men that never take off a mask and have their face hidden are hot. It's true. Have a masked character, and we will fill in the gaps. It's as if they've never seen Guilty Gear characters. I think it's because Genshin appeals to a broad audience. Meanwhile, Guilty Gear kind of has its, you know, its main fighting game audience. And specifically, not really a female audience. Of course, girls like Guilty Gear too. But obviously, Guilty Gear's main audience are boys. The guys are beefy and strong because, oh man, I, the boy, want to be like that. I want to be able to kind of see myself as them. And then all the girls are big-tittied and very hot, and they step on you when they're barely wearing clothes, because it's a game aimed towards the male gaze. And of course, girls can like the game still, whether or not they're straight or LGBTQ+, and all that stuff, yada yada yada. But that is kind of, that's what it is that Genshin appeals to a broader audience. And girls are getting a little bit more of that beef fan service in Genshin, where they can't find it in other things that generally appeal to them as well. As someone who likes women, I'm honestly not big on fan service in anime either. It just has no substance in most of the time. It's true. I think placement matters, you know. If the point of the anime is to be more fan service heavy, well then, good. But yeah, sometimes they'll just be like in the middle of an adventure and then, oh wait, we gotta whoop whoop whoop, her titty fell out, and it's like, eh. This didn't add anything, and it's just like weirdly placed, and often it doesn't even like further the plot or the characters or something like that. I find Genshin to be the pinnacle of all the anime tropes that make me roll my eyes. I'm not familiar enough with, like, Genshin's story to say that. The character designs are good, though. We're all kind of all starting to bleed together, though. Like, I like to keep track of new characters coming into Genshin, because they just look cool. And, but we're kind of getting to a point where I'm like, man, don't we have like 3 characters like this already? No, because if a character's titty falls out of their body, that would be horrible. No. No, falling out of their shirt. That would be horrifying, though. Imagine that. Actually, don't. It'd be terrifying. Casca teaches us that when your boobs fall out, use your feet to sweep the legs and steal their sword. Yes, Casca is cool. We all want to grow up to be like Casca. Or is it Casca? I've heard different pronunciations. I've heard both. That was another cool thing about Tower of Fantasy, is while it's clearly trying to aim for a similar audience as Genshin, and you know, there's a lot more girls to pull. You know, it's assuming that you're most likely a straight fella playing the game. But that being said, like, even though most of the characters are ladies, and obviously there's some fan service as well, it never felt like, it doesn't feel like it's trying to be egregious about it. You know, I'm not sitting here feeling like, okay, obviously the girl has to not wear pants, kind of a thing like that, you know, and the boys are cool. They're clearly trying. Yeah, they're doing their best. So, yeah, I appreciated that the girls ended up feeling cool enough that I could be like, alright, I like that one. Yeah, and not just, you know, she's pretty and all, but she's obviously fan service first and foremost. That's nice. Usually use a soft A. I don't really know what that means. What's a soft A? Ka? I guess Casca? Yeah, Ka. Ka sounds hard. Casca sounds hard. So there we go. Yeah, perfect. Twiins knows how to grammar. A little bit. In my opinion, I think a character design can be sexualized if it fits their character, i.e. Bayonetta. I mean, every character theoretically can be sexualized. Like, you know, look up fan art of Larry from Pokemon to see that. But in terms of the, like, canon, I think it is best when a character, like Bayo, you know, that's the whole thing. She is sexy and she knows it. It's a whole part of her personality and stuff. And so when Bayo does do all these sexy things, it's fine, because that's part of what she is. But yeah, in other things where it's like, and then suddenly, oh, let's just look at, you know, do this fan service element, and they're like just existing, and they're not, or even worse is when they do have a character be like bashful about sexuality or whatever, and it's like, this is weird. I don't like this. Fun fact, this might be TMI. I'll say it now while Critter's walking her dogs. So I've tried to look up NSFW fan art of Kaiji, and there was no good NSFW fan art of Kaiji, and I was disappointed. That's it. That's the end of that statement. I was sad. Gotta make your own. I don't know if I'd be any good at it, though. What a distinct art style. Not even- I don't know what that website is, Green Machine. Never heard of that before. No, not necessarily porn. just like ecchi, you know? That kind of stuff. But also, I don't know. I don't think I am the intended audience for Kaiji. I am an incidental audience for Kaiji. I don't think- No, ecchi's not porn, you idiot. You fool. Just like characters with their shirts off and stuff. Or at least the bleeding. That's the thing. I don't think the guy who made Kaiji was like, sadists will read this manga and watch this anime. I think he was just like, cool gambling show. Gambling is cool. And I'm just out here, a little outlier, who's like, this is cool. What's going on? We're talking about anime and Kaiji and Genshin Impact. Why do I keep returning to the stream when Twiins is talking about porn? I'm not! That was chat. That was all chat. Twiins, how did you get into blood? How? I don't know. I was trying to think about that the other day. Because Allison was like, what, did you have like baby's first realization about being kind of a sadist? And I can't recall what instigated that. What made me go, hey, I think I like that. It may have been a video essay talking about how shit 50 Shades of Grey is, but I'm not sure. Have fun. Eat a good lunch. Make sure you have a vegetable in there. But yeah, I have no idea. No idea what kind of opened my eyes. Do you have any plans on playing Nier games? Not on stream, necessarily. I guess I wouldn't be opposed to it. I've played them before. So it's not like I'd be like, what? This story is so surprising. Like, I would know everything going in. But not opposed to playing Nier on stream. I like Nier. Watching Twiins go on The Bachelorette, and she's like, if you look sexy while bleeding, you're the one. How do do you get from 50 Shades back to Blood? How do you mean? What do you mean? It's a BDSM book, isn't it? It's not a good one. That's why I like essays talking about how bad it is. Anything you're looking forward to this year in terms of games or shows? Tears of the Kingdom should be coming out, right? I'm excited for that. That's like fucking 4 years in the making now. Good gravy. Think about these I wouldn't know. I don't know any good BDSM books. I just like watching essays where people explain how 50 Shades is so bad. Cause it's bad in so many ways, and so it's fun. Tears of the Kingdom, I think, is the only thing I've got on standby that I'm looking forward to that. I don't know any shows. Oh, I guess Demon Slayer, I think it might be coming out this year. That's kind of it. Oh, is Pikmin 4 happening? That's good. I haven't played any Pikmin games. It doesn't look fun to me. I'm sure it is. Everyone loves Pikmin, but... Think I want to get into Sakamoto Days and Witch Hat Atelier? Oh, I've heard good things about Witch Hat Atelier. Or is it Atelier? I don't know. Secretly Twiins is a vampire. Oh, it's barely a secret. I am pasty. I sizzle in the sunlight. I'm basically translucent. I'm closer to a deep-sea creature than a mammal at this point. Hide the stuff, eat the drugs. Critter is back. Don't worry, there were no bots while you were gone. Now that Critter's back, I'm gonna take a tiny break. Everyone can now that Critter's back, time for me to shut up. Yeah, everyone can go to the bathroom really quick, or get a snack if you need it, get a beverage. I'll be right back. In the meantime, ooh, I don't know what to prompt you. I don't know. Critter, keep them entertained. You're good at that. Alright, I'll be back. Alright, I'm back. I hope you all behaved. Grumbles about lore. What What is this? Twiins is short, ugly, and gives gentle hugs? What the fuck, critter? Oh, tell us lies. Alright, yeah, that's Oh, plans for dinner? We'll probably have, veggie chicken patties. Everything looks fine on my side. Twiins is back, hide the stuff. Okay, good. Fun fact of the day, in a recent poll ranking characters among Japanese women, where about 95% of which were male characters, Rika from Pokemon was #1. Rika is the coolest person on planet Earth, so that makes sense. She's so fucking cool. I want to be her best friend. Guys, I got a question. You're all young. You're hip. You're hip with the Twiins. Within the following lore, what does Twiins mean? Just my name. It's just my name. Nothing special. What's Chugi mean? I have no fucking idea. Like, usually I can kind of ascertain, the meaning of slang and shit. Yeah, Chugi. Is that how you say it? I think so. I have no idea what this word means. So, I figured you guys would know. Then Critter broke free from her enslavement and started her own channel. Yeah, I want to know what Chugi means. Chugi? It's the best. It's supposed to right there, I could Google it. But I figured you guys would be a good resource to ask. After looking it up for that scene in Scarlet Violet, it means you're trying too hard. Uncool. I see. Okay, yeah, it's cause I think I guessed for that one. And yeah. Clavel was like, what does this mean? And I was like, bitch, I don't know. God, you're twins. Twins. Like, there's more of me, or... I also got a bonus question for all you guys. What, does anybody here actually like Supreme Pizza? Does anybody on planet Earth actually like Supreme Pizza? Because I don't think we do. Sure, alright. I will accept that. But yeah, like... But is anyone's first choice Supreme Pizza? Like, if you're like, time to give myself some za, I'm gonna order a Supreme Pizza. Does anybody do that? Or are you more likely to pick a different type of pizza? Used to get a lot from Costco. Oh. The thing is that different localization teams picked different slang for that. In German, he asked what cringe meant. How fun. English localizers really took a gamble on what would stay around and lost. I don't know, I think, even though I don't think Chugi will end up being a long-running slang, most things aren't. You know, people used to really actually say tubular. It's just, it is current. It is the most current, new slang, isn't it? Like, cringe is old. Cringe is old school. It's like well over 10 years old now. Chugi is current, at least, so... Yeah, I think it was a good choice. Supreme is like fine. It's never my first pick though. It's just like what I'd pick after Meat Lovers. Too many toppings, that's what I'm saying. I don't like the onions on it. Get that shit out of here. When it costs the same as pepperoni and cheese, why not? Alright, alright. What is Supreme Pizza? The one with vegetables? Yeah, so Supreme is like pepperoni, little sausage, little balls, green peppers, onions, olives sometimes. So yeah, kind of the everything bagel of pizza. Also, we'll get it from Costco and pick stuff off. That's the thing. You know, half the time, everyone picks things off Supreme Pizza. Nobody likes all the things on Supreme Pizza, I feel like. Like, I remember when we were little, my parents, so they'd get pizza, and they'd get one pepperoni and one Supreme. And Critter and I made it clear that we didn't like Supreme Pizza. We liked the pepperoni, and so assumed the pepperoni was for us, and the Supreme was for our parents, who insisted on still getting Supreme, even though their daughters did not like the Supreme Pizza. But then they would also motherfucking eat the pepperoni pizza. And then when we ate the Supreme, you know, I'd be picking off all the shit I don't like, and then they'd get all, like, pissy about it. And my mom would be like, just eat it, you know, you don't have to pick all the things off. And I'm like, bitch, you eat it. Why didn't you eat this? That's the thing. They won't even touch the Supreme Pizza. And eventually one time I was like, they were like, let's get pizza. You get a pepperoni and a Supreme. And I was like, don't get Supreme. You clearly the fuck don't like it. Get meat lovers. If you don't want to get cheese, or get 2 pepperoni pizzas. What's your damage? Yeah, Supreme is not even at the bottom of my list of pizza. It's all the way in hell with Satan. Got this back on for you guys. Did we get to the part where we're talking about shitty family holidays? I guess, yeah. You ever get pineapple? No, I don't, but I don't like pineapple. That's the thing. Like, on pizza, who cares? Whatever. I just don't like pineapple in general, so I never get pineapple pizza. I think I've had it before, and I was like, this would be better if it didn't have pineapple on it. Round Table has a variant called Wombo Combo. I'd get it just for the name, and I would consider, at least. More meats, fewer veggies. I like, honestly, my usual pizza pick is, to get spinach and olives on my pizzas. Sometimes I'll go with bacon. Like, I'll swap out the spinach or olives for bacon and black olives. Yeah, that's what I like to go for on my za. Not quite a meat lovers, but a good middle ground. That's fair. Yeah, because meat lovers can kind of end up being like, this is a lot of meat. This is a little too, just one too many meats. Do we really need ham and pepperoni? Pepperoni, Italian sausage, linguica, bacon, mushrooms, tomatoes, artichoke hearts, green onion. I don't know if I'd like artichoke hearts on a pizza. I like artichoke hearts, but I feel like they'd clash with the rest of the pizza. I hate cooked mushrooms. I absolutely hate cooked mushrooms, so I never get those on pizza. I'm a pepperoni banana pepper type of person. Maybe sausage too if I could add another. Mushrooms and green peppers aren't bad either. Yeah. Most pizza toppings are pretty alright, gotta say. Like, you have to really try to fuck up a pizza. And that being said, even though I just complained about Supreme, like, it's not the worst thing on earth. You know? It's like, fine. Even a bad pizza is still pretty good. I shouldn't have talked about pizza. Now I'm all hungry. And I've eaten the leftovers. I almost hit stop streaming. Instead of restarting my music, I almost just ended stream. Wouldn't that have been fun? Stupid. Not when pineapple on pizza exists, clearly. People like it, so I guess it's not the worst thing. Speaking of pizza sauce, did you know that bears are extinct in FNAF because they kept trying to eat the pizza sauce trucks? Is that true? Is that real lore? That's bananas. I never expected— oh my gosh, thank you so much. Welcome. G, I once dropped a whole Costco pizza face down on a crowded bus. No! Baby shoes never worn? Get out of here. That was the most tragic thing I've ever seen. That was devastating. I'm sorry for you. No one likes dropping food. but a whole pizza face down. It's just heartbreaking, isn't it? People eat pineapple means more non-pineapple pizza for the rest of us. It's true, you know? A real lore that got dropped in security breach. Wow, that's bananas. Yeah, I never expected not horror themed lore. for FNAF. I tipped it sideways and the box wasn't fully closed. Oh, damn. Damn. I feel bad for you, Gunslinger. Well, I'm sure it'll all come back. Like, eventually, though, somebody's gonna accidentally drop a pizza onto you. But not like in a, ouch, this is burning me way. Like in a, oh my gosh, I just get a free pizza. That's the best. Is when they mess up your order. If you order pizza and you open it and it's like, this is not the pizza I ordered, and you gotta call them and be like, yo, you gave me the wrong pizza. And then they go, oh shit, I'm so sorry. Let me, you get to keep that, and also, we're gonna get you the pizza you actually ordered. And then you just have 2 pizzas. and if you're lucky, then the first one is a flavor you still don't even mind, you know? Like, it's like, I ordered olives and, spinach, and you gave me a pepperoni. Oh, shit, that's wrong. Well, you gotta keep that pepperoni. Hell yeah! Living large with a bonus pizza, exactly. I'm gonna have to snack after stream. Good gravy. You guys always make me hungry. Does anybody have any outstanding plans for the rest of the day? Because I don't, but I feel like I've got so much time. I can do so much. I've got all this work I can do. That's the best thing about, that's the best thing about taking a break, like how I did. Is I come back, like, all raring to go. And the problem is that often what I do is I'll then overwork myself in January and then be, like, burnt out for 3 months. I'm gonna try to actually pace myself. Twins, are you the order had no tomatoes on this burger, or are you also too shy? Twins doesn't seem shy. More often than not, if I order food and it's wrong, I'm not going to complain. I am kind of shy in that regard. However, yeah, if it's like my friend, if like Allison orders something wrong, or something and it gets to her wrong, I'll be like, hey, excuse me, she ordered no tomatoes, so. But generally, I'm not that picky. Like if it's like, oh well, I ordered no tomatoes, and there are tomatoes on here, I'll just pick off the tomatoes. No point in making a scene more often than not. I don't have any outstanding allergies either, so it's not like a huge deal if my order is wrong. However, if someone is like, excuse me, I ordered this because if I eat, like, fish, then I'll die, and, you've given me literally just fish? Go to GameStop to use Christmas. Hell yeah! Hope you get something good. I've only complained once, and it was because they actually burned my food. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, oh man, this is not what I wanted, but if it's edible, well, you know, I'll eat it. But if it's like, excuse me, you've ruined this. I'd love to not have to talk to you right now, but you've pushed me, unfortunately. You've forced my hand. It's so much easier to be mad on someone else's behalf. It is. It's because it feels selfish when you do it. Because if I'm like, excuse me, I didn't order tomatoes. Yeah, I ordered no tomatoes. And it's like, excuse me? The illustrious me specifically requested no tomatoes, and you dare to defy my wishes? How rude. That's how it feels. Versus, you know, excuse me, she ordered no tomatoes. Then you're standing up for like, hey, you rapscallion. My friend wanted it differently, and I'm being brave for her. You know, it feels less self-centered, in a way, I think. Even though I know, like, the employee doesn't care. If anything, they're like, shit, fuck, we messed up. I'm so sorry, please don't yell at me. You know, they're never gonna be like, oh, too bad, bitch, eat your tomatoes. You know, they're never gonna think that. They're never gonna think, wow, how rude. She wanted the order to be correct. But yeah, I don't know, just something about it. We want to fit in. We're pack animals. I want to buy a Switch, but then I want to buy all 3 Bayonetta games, and I know that'll be expensive. That's true. I suggest just start with 1 Bayo game. You can't play all 3 of them at once anyway. Might as well pace yourself. There was a time when my family got pretzel sticks as an appetizer from a restaurant, and the middle parts were like frozen. Ooh. Ugh, that's like, Employee, meekly, please don't yell at me. Hello, welcome, X-Staff. We've talked about so many things. I got a new computer. Hopefully that means streams will be better going forward. I'm streaming at 60 FPS right now. You can't tell. Here, 60 FPS. We'll get a different song coming back in, and then I'll show you all these FPSs I've got. Where are you? Come here, Doug. I've got too many things. Alright, watch. 60 frames! Wow. Alright. Don't get mad at me. I'm the one who serves the food and have to deal with exactly. Yeah. I never want to yell at somebody either. And I don't think I ever would. Like, unless I saw the server, like, actively spit in my food. My only times I complained is when I specified that I just wanted a bacon cheeseburger, plain, meaning nothing else besides a bacon cheeseburger. But I got just meat and buns, and the woman got pissy because I didn't say bacon cheeseburger with no X, 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 and X. I'm not sure who was in the wrong, though. Was it me or her? I don't think it's good for her to have gotten pissy. If, like, if their system, you know, assumes one way or another, then, you know, no one's truly at fault beyond the computer. I think you being like, oh, excuse me, this is not what I wanted. This is, I wanted this. And then you explain it, and she's like, oh, I'm sorry, I brought this because that's how our computer registers things. Let me get you your, you know, what you actually ordered. But if she was like, well, then you should have done it like this. Well, then, what a bitch. That's the fastest Doug's ever been. He's so swift now. Doug with them next-gen graphics. My eyes can't keep up with the speed. I actually put Doug in the way. There we go. For Halloween, Doug should wear a Sonic headband. I think I can have like a tip jar now. I think it'd be fun for people to like be able to tip or use points to influence Doug outfits. Here, I'll get rid of Kaiji. Put my Kaiji poster down. There we go. Yeah, so I'll make myself outfits, whatever. But I've got no plans to dress up Doug, but I think you guys, it'd be cute if you guys could use your points and shit to influence Doug outfits. Of course, I can't do like if all of you donate 1,000 points right now, and you all have a different idea, I can't do all of them. But, maybe we'll do like, I don't know, fucking votes or some shit. I don't know. We'll workshop it. But yeah, you guys are in charge of decorating Doug. Yeah, it was the second outcome, not the first. Yeah, then she's a stinky loser. Maybe it was like her last day. Maybe she's on her period. I don't know. It's tough to. Maybe she just got yelled at by her manager. It's hard. Everyone has rough days. But, I don't know, if you're working in retail or, like, in customer service to any degree, then don't get mad at a customer. You know? 100 points at a time. Maybe, yeah. Give Doug a bikini. See, Excalibur, what was your... Do you remember what your New Year's resolution was? Do you think if a customer was rude to Doug, he would eat them? I think... Yeah, actually. Like, really fast. It, like, very, like, Doug would be like, I'm sorry, we're doing our best, we'd like to, you know, we're gonna fix this for you, and then if they were just continue to be rude, Doug would just be like, home, and just like one bite, eat them. Make Doug the token fan service. I've seen a thing where like chat can say something in a speak and spell voice through a thing on stream. Could Doug do that? Doug could theoretically act as your speaker. I don't know how to do that. We'll work on it. I don't oppose. Also, that means, you know, Doug gets a voice, and it's not just. I mean, Doug always has a voice. It's not just me doing a voice. That's different every time. But yeah, you guys can talk for Doug, theoretically. That sounds like an adorable idea. And I had that idea as well, but I didn't know how to do it. I guess I'll figure that out. Fortunately, Google tells me that Excalibur, don't cry. Don't cry because you've already ruined your resolution. That's fine. A couple of fails doesn't mean you can't know the— See? This is Twitch. This is Twitch punishing you for being too horny. You're in horny jail now, apparently. You saw a pause, not a void. Yeah, so something happened outside. It was like a shitload of snow fell off of something. Maybe that has something to do with it? It's very snowy today. The weather will be unpredictable for a while, and that will probably, unfortunately, affect streams to a degree. However, so I've got a little, like, square depicting how good my connection is. And it's been green this whole time, versus on my old PC, where it would basically wander between yellow and red, and sometimes it'd be green for a second. So, yeah, I have no idea. It shouldn't be me. Square. Just looking at chat just to see Gemini say square. Anyways, you have to go to the bank anyways. There you go. It's the world telling you gotta go. Go to the bank and have fun. Hopefully you'll be back before the stream ends. I don't know how much longer we'll be going. I don't know how much more I have to jabberjaw about. But maybe. How would you sexualize Doug? Just be like, look at that pot. Gonna give it a spank. I don't think so. Doug would be pretty difficult to sexualize, I gotta be honest. I guess give him little blushy marks. I suppose. Twiins giving her opinions on everything and anything. It's true. Even though I am quite dumb, and I don't know everything and anything. But boy howdy, I got opinions. But yeah, that's honestly, Excalibur's leaving, and we might be wrapping up soon. Sooner rather than later. If you guys have any outstanding things to chit-chat about, I'm willing to chit-chat. But I've exhausted my list of things I had on standby. If you don't know something, ask Doug. He's wise beyond words, it's true. Doug, how does one sexualize you? You give me lipstick. I see. Kissable little lipstick lips. Alright. We'll work on that, Doug. What would Doug do? He's shy. He's shy about getting sexualized. I'm nervous. Doug's walking through some things right now. Yeah, the whole being a plant thing. Wait, are those thorns on his leaves? They are, yeah. He's pointy. That's sexy. You do you, Gemini. I would disagree. Doug would go near unironically. Yeah, Doug has like bashful. You know, Nine in the Woods, that game where you play as a cat and it's cool and it's cute. Do you remember Germ Warfare? From Night in the Woods? The, like, freak weirdo guy? So, Doug is, like, bashful Germ Warfare. But Twins, I thought you liked it when people bled. Yeah, that's not just an- no. Pointy leaves can be no. There's more to it than that. It's not just the concept of blood. There's, like, shit to it. I don't know, I can't explain it. But no. Just something being dangerous, that's not sexy. You know, bear trap, that's not sexy. Sharp knives, that's not sexy. There's context that needs to be involved. You fools! OMG, Doug's voice is so hot. Meanwhile, Doug is sounding like a gremlin choking on a bean. It's true. She needs a narrative. Yes, there you go. Because otherwise it's like, yeah, I mean, think about any kind of kink. You know, just seeing a swimsuit, it's like, that's not immediately sexy. But it's situational, isn't it? You fools! You idiots! Today I learned Twiins is a murder artist. Only a little bit. Only a tiny amount. Maybe sunglasses? I like the idea of Doug not wearing them on his head, though. Like, you guys can vote to give Doug hats, but that doesn't necessarily mean he'll wear them properly. Today's topics have been weird. Yeah, that's what happens when I'm gone for this long. It's just been me. Just been me watching Kaiji. Talking to as few people as possible. So Twiins is into a guy covered in blood, but he knows he could do damage. But is gentle? No. You're overcomplicating things. It's tough. I don't know how to explain it. I know. A confused face is correct. Same, Twiins, I don't want to talk to people. People are annoying and scary, you know? Have you ever watched Little Shop of Horror, Twiins? I actually haven't. I've seen Aubrey, though. The plant. I've seen, like, the song. I've seen bits of it. I am very much familiar with Little Shop of Horrors, but I haven't actually watched it. Are you gonna reference The Dentist? That doesn't work. That doesn't work for me. But that is a hilarious concept. My mom used to say "Feed me, Seymour" a lot. Have you seen the Shrek musical? No. I think I've seen somebody review it though. And it's like, ew. I can't believe that's real. That's one of those things that I felt like it was just gonna be hearsay forever, you know? Like Duke Nukem. I saw a clip of Donkey, and it actually looked pretty funny. Did I watch a review? I know I watched a review for the SpongeBob musical. And that one was good. I'll have to re-watch the Shrek musical video. It should be easy enough to find. I think. Can't wait for the Duke Nukem musical. I think that could actually be hilarious. If done properly. Like, if Duke Nukem isn't taking it being a musical seriously, I think like a very tongue-in-cheek kind of meta comedy sort of thing, that could be pretty alright. But if they play it seriously and Duke just goes into, it was weird to just call him Duke, but if he goes into like a whole number and it's like just played straight, it'd be like, I don't know how I feel about this. Yes, correct. If it was anybody, it was Shafrillis's video. He's the one that reviews all the weird. He's also the one that reviewed SpongeBob. He does all the weird reviews and stuff. I'm proud of that guy. He seems to be doing well. I miss Sideways. There was a musical reviewer I watched like all their things. Their name was Sideways, and it was very good. And they haven't uploaded in like over a year. And I'm sure they're like happy and doing stuff. But yeah, I miss them. Favorite musical? I think I'm gonna go with Heathers. Heathers was really good. But also, all the Star Kid things I've talked about on my channel, those were all really fun too. Next to Normal was flawed. I wouldn't say I really liked Next to Normal all that much. However, the music was very good in Next to Normal, and specifically, ooh, what's it called? Hang on, let me look up Next to Normal songs really quick, just so I can tell you the names of them. 'Cause they were good as fuck. So those are my suggestions. But yeah, Heathers is clearly my favorite. I remember when I first watched Heathers, I like rewatched it like for a week straight. 'Cause it was just so fucking good. Okay, yeah, so listen to I Am the One and You Don't Know from Next to Normal. That's all you need. That's all you need to look up for Next to Normal, and then literally everything from Heathers. I think I remember the ads for the Shrek musical. I think they said, "Get Shrek'd." Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, even mediocre musicals can stick with you if they have a very good song. Exactly. And that's the whole thing. Allison doesn't like musicals. And I do get it. I think a lot of people don't like musicals. The thing is, I like having music tell a story. And so I'm all over musicals, if they're good. We've all watched a bad musical, of course. And it's like, this is bad. But a good song can help a lot. You know, I probably wouldn't have been as down on Firebringer, or whatever it was, from Star Kid, if the music was good in that, but it just was not. Cats was actually pretty alright. I liked Cats pretty well. The original Cats, not the new one. That was bad. But yeah, the original Cats musical was pretty dang good. I only ever watched Hello Dolly and listened to Chant from Hadestown. Everyone seems to really like Hadestown. I've not seen it, but I'm sure I would. I'm sure I would also like it. I like the idea of it being Hadestown. You know, that's a theme I dig, of dead. Death is a theme I like. NSP should do a musical. They've got a good number of, like, really long-ass songs that, like, came with whole narratives and stuff. It would be cool, but I don't know if it'd be necessary at this point. It'd be neato. I mean, you can at least just watch 6969 and have a whole narrative. They have their other long-ass song. Oh, something about, like, the Great Wizard or some shit. The one that came on their latest album that they did. And I wasn't as into that one. It felt long just for the sake of being long. 6969 was, like, a real plot. And also, like, a really solid song alongside it. Their Mystical Quest or whatever song was, like, it was fine and all, but it was like, it's not one I go back to re-listen to. I would gladly listen to 6969 over and over and stuff. But not so much their newer long-ass song. They seem to be really happy with it though, so that's good. I'm glad for them. Orpheus and Eurydice is a great story. I can't remember the story of Orpheus off the top of my head. Oh, speaking of Hades, actually, word on the street is that Hades is getting a sequel. Isn't that fun? Everyone really liked Hades, the game. And that's really cool. I watched the trailer for the sequel, and I gotta say, honestly, I was kind of disappointed in that trailer. It looked good. Like, don't get me wrong. It looks like a really good game, but, it just wasn't Eurydice. Thank you. I don't know, the first trailer for the first game was, like, a huge reason why people got into it. Because, like, the animation was really snappy and good, and the choreography was really great. And don't get me wrong, the second trailer, like, the trailer for the second game, was also really well done and stuff, but, I don't know, it just wasn't nearly as cool as the trailer for the first game. I'm sure it'll do great, People are really excited for it, and that's all fun and nice and good. Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was just like a fine trailer versus the original game's trailer. I wanted more cool action. I'm glad that they're going with a very distinct color palette versus the first game. Because the first one is so red. Everything in Hades is red. If I think of Hades, I think of red. Zagreus and red. And the second one is so green. The like really ominous kind of teal green. And that's good. It's good that it has like a clearly distinct look. Because I think it could have been easily just been, it's Hades again. It's, you know? And so I'm glad that they were smart about it and at least gave it a unique color palette to help it stand out and not just feel like the same thing copied and pasted, but now you have a different character. You're probably gonna have to wait a long time for Hades 2 comes out. Oh no. That's alright. I never even played Hades 1. I feel worse for the people who are all excited about it. I saw so many people being like, everyone get ready, Hades 2, oh my gosh. And I was like, great for you, but personally, it's not like something I'm counting the days down to. But, dang that it'll take a while. But, I mean, they make really good stuff, so just gotta be patient, I suppose. Gonna have to get ready for work soon. Hopefully it won't be busy like Tuesday, where we got 4 school orders back to back. I don't even know what that means, and it sounds like a lot. I hope work is chill. I hope it's one of those days where you kind of just fuck around. I wish more games would actually choose an aesthetic and color palette these days. Yeah, I mean, you know, indie games obviously do that. AAA games, I don't even know. I don't see how much value AAA games offers in terms of visuals these days. Like, yeah, they look really realistic, but, like, they just don't look like anything special anymore. I don't know. But also, AAA games are just usually genres I'm not really all that into. You know, I don't like, you know, shooters. I'm not gonna be playing Nathan Drake, you know, stuff like that. Assassin's Creed, I don't care. So, I'm gonna agree. Yeah, I'm gonna agree. One day in the future, Twiins will see a Switch display and say, oh hey, Hades 2 is out. Yeah! You guys! Honestly, more likely, I'll be streaming some dumb shit. And then one of you will be like, Twiins! Hades 2! It's happening! And I'll be like, oh, cool. Since we talked about it earlier, would you consider streaming any of the Devil May Cry games in the future? Think that'd be pretty fun? I'm not opposed to it. No current plans. I've just spent money, recently. Like, I'm good with spending money right now. I don't want to spend anymore, because, you know, I got some games, and stuff. And now I'm like, great, now let's chill out. And so I don't own any of the Devil May Cry games. Eventually, once I'm at a point where I'm like, cool, let's spend money again. I'll work on that for you. Yeah, not opposed to it. Assuming I can get them on a console that I can stream from. Had a nice dose of spending money, exactly, yeah. I tried to, so I've got the new PC Kun, but I've also got my old PC, Computer Chan. And I didn't want to get rid of the old one, because I've got, like, all my video editing stuff on it, and all my art program stuff on it. And so basically I've got my work PC, and then fun PC, and the fun one is also the one I stream from. Yeah, I've got a new PC! Allison got it for me, wow! It's why we're at 60 FPS. Wow, look at all these frames. Wow. And so I've got them both, and I was like, okay, so but the new PC didn't come with, like, any of the cables or stuff for, like, you know, mouse and keyboard, and that's fine, I have those. You know, I'm able to just, you know, plug them into one PC, or plug them into the other one. Nice, cool, alright, great. But I was like, I should just get a wireless PC. I can use that for the fun one. Or either of them, I guess. And so I ordered a wireless keyboard and mouse, and it had a pretty good star rating, but some of the reviews were like, it just does not connect. And I was like, I'm sure I'll be fine. And so I open it, and I plug it in, and it took me like 5 minutes to even, like, get through the lock screen. You know, you have to put in like a little passcode to get into your computer. And it's four numbers. And I'm like, holy lord. This is unusable. So I had to return that. And then I was like, fuck it. I'll just unplug the mouse and keyboard every time I want to change PCs. We still need a name and icon for the channel points. Oh yeah. How do I work on that? How do I do that? How do I give them an icon? I'd love to. Can I draw one? What kind of channel point do we want? If I can draw one, like, what's something they should be fucking sprinkles! Of course! I will draw sprinkles, but like circular sprinkles. Yeah. Or maybe seeds, like seeds for Doug. That'd be kind of fun. That'd be a cute idea. I've got no consistency in terms of my themes. Look at me. I'm a fallen angel with a plant and sprinkles. What? I could draw fucking turtle shells and use those as points. Alright, cool. I'll get on that. And we'll come up with names for them. Yeah. 'Cause you guys are sprinkle fucks. So maybe not sprinkles. The theme is water. The theme is water, whatever comes to us that day. Exactly. Yeah, if you guys have any idea, throw them at me. You can tweet me and be like, @Twiins, I think the points should be this. And I'll be like, great. Love hearing your opinion. And I might disregard it. Or you might have the best idea. We'll wing it. It'll be fine. Exactly. Good afternoon, sprinkle fucks and sprinkle freaks. That's cute. I think it was Critter that first suggested the idea of sprinkles having 2 eyes in it, like how Twiins does. And I was like, how dare you be better at this than me? How dare? Yeah, I'll get on that. Maybe I'll do that for the rest of the day. Seeing as how I've got time to kill. Critter secretly masterminding Twiins' career. That'd be ridiculous. She's doing a terrible job. I'm joking. I'm back. What have you missed? Wow, I can't believe you got back fast. Truly nothing special. What do we talk about? I just really want her to succeed. Thank you. I'd like that too. Every word that has an I in it is 2 instead of 1. That's the theme. I guess, yeah. My theme is bullshit. My theme is bananas. Yeah, we haven't done anything special, Excalibur. We really just jabberjawed. What did we even talk about? Musicals! Musicals and Hades. Bullshit, exactly. It's only like 4 minutes away, I see. I'm probably gonna wind down soon. Oh, we were talking about what the points should be. I think I like the idea of making them seeds. Seeds for Doug. And he can eat those. No, Doug eats meat. Twiins in 80s dark fantasy style. Yo, that'd be fucking sick nasty. That'd be so cool. The next theme will be something out of pocket like abstract art. But yeah, I think that might be it for stream today. Unless we got any more body parts to feed Doug so he grows up like Audrey too, yeah. I feel like, it could be a banjo themed thing, but I don't know, I'd like to try to stick to my own stuff if I can. I did say sunshine tomorrow. My setup's slightly more scuffed than it was previously. Oh, I bet I can move the GameCube though. So, everything previously has been up onto my right. The Switch is to my right, the OBS is to my right, my PC is to the right, everything is to the right. But my new computer was too big, and so I had to put it to my left. And that means I've got wires like stretched across my desk now. As I have to try to connect all the things that are to my right to the PC on my left. So that's really exciting to have to deal with. But yeah, it should be sunshine tomorrow. And that probably won't take us too long to finish. I like sunshine a lot. It'll be fun. Probably another short fun Mario adventure. Next time Twiins starts streaming, she's just a Picasso painting. Shadow on GameCube is like 50 bucks. Eugh. I'll keep a eye out for it at like secondhand stores. But that's actually a good reminder. I'd love to play Shadow the Colossus on stream too. I still don't think my PlayStation 3 can connect to my OBS. What a nightmare. I could get it on the PS4, but again, I don't want to be spending too much money right now. But yeah, well, we got our ever-growing list of things. There's always games. There's always something to play. And if not, I'd like to do a Smash Husbando tier list in the not-too-distant future as well. Yeah, that's because it's a masterpiece of a game. It's true. Shadow of the Colossus. Alright, it's time to end stream. Bad joke. Yeah, we'll figure out the points. I don't know if we'll have those by next time. We'll think about it. I'll figure out a way to get those happening. Hot take. Oh man, Husbando lists are the best streams because Critter and or Allison will save us from Twiins' taste in men. What do you mean? My taste in men is infallible. Critter's the wrong one. I don't know if I have a hot take. I've been gone for so long and accrued no takes in the meantime. How dare! Remember, Critter activated your crazy cat lady override. Yeah, I guess, have you ever actually had a hot take? Oh, they've all been pretty damn mild. My hot takes usually come to fruition in the midst of gameplay when I am distraught. We need an ice cold take. Ice cold take. Ice cold take. Here's my ice cold take. Cats are cute. Really breaking zero grounds with that. But yeah, I just, so many things happened. I wanted to make sure to tell you guys about my adventures with the new PC and anime that I've been watching. Twiins doesn't like Looker, so obviously she has bad tastes. Looker's boring. He's so fucking boring. He's just a guy. Not like Larry. Larry's interesting. So full of shit. There you go, hot take achieved. Larry is just a guy. Yeah, but he's special. That's the point. Larry being a guy is what makes him special. Looker being a guy is what makes him nothing. I cannot elaborate on that further. Honestly, I think it's just because Looker's plots have all been like, whatever. Like, they're fine enough. But it's like, this is fine. I was unplussed by Looker's stories. But yeah, I wanted to chat to you guys about the PC and the animes and Tower of Fantasy, and it's been so ding-a-dang long. I couldn't just jump straight back into a video game. I've been playing Mario and talking about Kaiji. Larry's just a guy like how Looker and Norman are just a guy. But he's tired. Twiins should be the official arbiter of what is hot. Oh, I don't think that's a great idea at all. Oh no. It'd reveal how bad all my takes really are. imagine that. It's like, who's the chode in charge of this? Who is this arbiter who has such shite taste in men? And I'm just like, ha 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 ha. Alright, we can't keep talking about, well, hot boys and stuff all day. I got things to do, I suppose. So yeah, I'll leave you with that flamin' hot take that Looker is boring. We can't? Well, perhaps you can. Yeah, feel free to keep flying in with your shit takes about hot boys. Adios. I'll see you tomorrow. We'll be playing Mario. And yeah, hopefully we also don't fucking wig out. Hopefully Twitch has all of its jimmies figured out tomorrow. So yeah, adios. Oh good, the music ended too. Perfect timing. Alright, bye. Bye.